Hello, this is Alex Watson,
And Marie Mathry.
and this is our adaptation project, and the subject is
Hearing impairment.
what?
Hearing impairment.
Well, what does that mean?
Hearing impairment as a disability category is similar to the category of deafness, but it's not the same. Hearing impairment by the individuals of the Disability Education Act, which is the IDEA, is an impairment in hearing, whether permanent or fluctuating, that adversely affects a child's education performance, but is not included under the definition of deafness.
So now that we've defined hearing impairment, let's take a look at some statistics in California and or the US. Now it's important to note that some of the statistics that we've provided are focused on adults as well as children. But we're going to take a look at some of the statistics for children. So approximately more than 90% of deaf children are born to actually parents that can hear. Also, about 2 to 3 of every 1,000 children in the United States are born with a detectable hearing loss in one or both ears. And almost 15% of school-age children ages 6 to 19 may have some degree of hearing loss. So with these statistics in mind, it's important to know about some educational challenges that we might be facing as future educators. So let's take a look at some of these educational challenges. Students with hearing deficiencies might be challenged while taking notes and listening to lectures. The subjects of grammar, spelling, and vocabulary will often be challenging for them. Watching educational videos might be hard because they won't hear every bit of detail. Also, presenting oral reports could be a challenge for them, and participating in classroom discussions. So it's important to note these challenges, and the acoustics in the classroom could affect if there's bookshelves put in a certain area. It may block the sound waves so that any kind of hearing that they do have, it would be obstructed by the acoustics in the classroom. And it says even the lighting, because they're heavily reliant on their visual, and so if the lighting isn't appropriate in the classroom, that can make a challenging environment for them, and make it hard for them to lip read. And then also working with other kids in collaboration projects or social areas could cause concerns, and just not having enough resources. So now that we know a little bit about the challenges, let's kind of explore some of the strategies that we can use. And Marie's going to take that.
So you've got to remember when some teachers require all students to take lecture notes during a class. And a suggestion to assist the deaf students with this requirement would be to provide them with a written or digital copy of the lecture information beforehand. If it is preferred that the student engages more actively in class, teachers can provide a printed copy listing key points so that the majority of the student's attention remains on the lesson. We also encourage teachers to use interactive whiteboards if available. So by wearing hearing aids, help the students. What the students will do is wear this hearing aid that goes around their neck that is actually attached to their ear, and the teacher will have a similar device so that the student can hear the teacher more directly. And another way to meet their needs is to use real-time caption for any audiovisual videos used in the classroom. Voice recognition software on their computers, which will help them with note-taking. Understanding speech by watching the speaker's mouth movements, facial expressions, and gestures within content. This skill is called speech reading or lip reading, which what students do struggle with, but is not impossible to do. Use ASL, which is American Sign Language, cued speech, and other sign languages. Requires speech therapy due to delayed speech or language development. Need to sit closer to the front of the class in order to read lips or to hear more clearly. Giving the student a chance for a quiet area can help them with their concentration and needed instructions repeated. So teachers should repeat themselves often. Now, with the lack of resources that schools have, schools are not capable of supplying their deaf or hard of hearing students with the proper technology that can significantly increase the learning development process. This could be any form of assistive technology for interacting whiteboards, chat rooms, strobe lights, digital pen technology, closed captioning on all movies and videos. All of these are great tools for students that have hearing impairment.
So that will conclude our presentation, and we'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen and look at our slideshow. And we wish you the best of luck with any of your hearing impairment students in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.